Hello everyone and welcome to No Days But Today, a retrospective. I'm Blake. You know me as the co-host of the Blake and Sal Show and of Clerks Minute. I'm bringing on my beautiful co-host, my wife, and the host of Making the Pieces Fit and Messy Magical Motherhood, Mandy. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing so. Welcome to our show. Welcome to our new show. We have not done an actual weekly show together before. This is fun.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we've done specials, on and off specials, and you've heard Mandy on the Blake and Sal Show a lot over the time, and we used to do our own show together, like Pucks and Polishes, but that was kind of the little side thing.
Yep.
But it's our first project that we're doing together, and I'm really excited to do this.
Me too.
First of all, I do want to tell people that while me and Mandy don't do podcasting that often, and obviously she has her blogcast, she has a history of speaking in front of people, so I won't tell you your history that people don't know.
Besides the fact that I was born into an Italian family and I have a big mouth, I was in forensics from 6th grade through 12th grade. I was city champion my senior year. I was captain my junior and senior years. I've also won speech competitions in pageants that I've been in. Yes, pageants. Yes, there are pictures somewhere.
Hey, you're beautiful. Works out.
Oh, well, thank you. And I've also spoken in front of people from Listen to Your Mother. And I like public speaking. And I don't mind it at all.
And you're also a writer for
MKE Mom's Blog.
Yes, I want to get that plug out there for people that don't know. And for those who don't know my history, because I don't talk about it a whole lot, I actually did go to school in radio in New Jersey. I graduated from Connecticut School of Broadcasting, so a lot of people don't know that.
Oh, and actually, my event for forensics was radio broadcasting.
You told me that. You did tell me that. That was really cool.
I was the early morning perky princess. Which, if you know me, you understand the irony.
That is ironic. But we are here now joining the Movies by Minute family. This is not a Movies by Minute show, but it's in the family of movies. And we're going to take the vein of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation Days. Hi, Sean. You actually maybe want to do a show like this. Where we're going to break...
Hi, Sean.
Yes. But they did National Lampoon Vacation Days, and they inspired my thought process to do this movie and break it down into days, just like they did, and we're going to be doing the musical Rent. And when I told you I wanted to do this, you seemed excited.
Yes.
Yes. So that's what we're going to do. I have it all broken down. I wrote it down the format just so everybody knows what's going on. This is going to turn into a 15-episode miniseries. This is the intro episode we're doing here to introduce ourselves, introduce the concept. Next week, I'm going to air a special episode of I did an interview with Anthony Rapp, obviously the star of this movie. So I'm going to put it up as an extra episode, intro episode next week. And then we'll come back the following week and we'll start us off with the opening credits and Seasons of Love and all that kind of stuff in 2 weeks. But before we get into all that, I did want to talk about our history with this movie and this show. I obviously grew up in Jersey, so I have the New York background and the Rent background out there. Out here, before me, what did you know about this show?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing about the show before I did him around?
Absolutely nothing. I think my introduction to Rent was you putting a song on a CD for me.
Wow. Yes, when we made mix CDs for each other. I remember we were dating.
Yes.
For me, this came out in 1996 on Broadway. I was a freshman in high school when this came out.
I was a fetus.
You were not that young. You were not that young. But I was a freshman in high school. I wasn't in the drama club yet, so the drama club did go see this when it came out, but I was not in the drama club yet. I didn't enjoy it until my sophomore year. I did finally get to see it in 1997 with my mom, of all people. Seeing this show with my mother. I think that's pretty funny now, looking back. But that was one of 4 times seeing it on Broadway, and the 4th time was with you.
Yes.
And in the best seats I ever sat, and we were second row from the stage.
And I'm pretty sure we're still paying that off on a credit card.
We might be, but it was worth it. It was so much fun that night. We had a lot of fun.
It was fun. Is it still worth it?
It's been, 13 years? It's been, 13 years? When you heard the song on the thing and you went into the Rent world, what did you think of the show? Based on the soundtrack or framing the movie and everything.
I thought that it was fresh and honest and relevant and beautiful and poignant, and I think there was definitely something for everyone in the show.
Yeah, I definitely went unique. It's definitely one of the more unique shows I ever listened to first time before I actually went to the show. I'll talk about this more in our first episode, but I know my first introduction to this was actually Seasons of Love, because I saw them perform it before the fireworks spectacular.
Oh,
Macy's. I heard Seasons of Love. Rent was the thing. It was the big. It was the Hamilton of his day. Let's just make a comparison. It was the Hamilton of his day, and yeah, they did the fireworks spectacular, and they did it a outside performance singing Seasons of Love right below a starry sky in New York. It was absolutely amazing. I'll never forget it. But that was my introduction. But now here we are. We saw the movie together.
Yes, we did.
And we were in awe. The movie was great.
Yes, it definitely was. It was a fantastic adaptation.
There are a lot of changes, as we'll discuss throughout the movie, from the Broadway show to the movie, which I do want to discuss, because there's a lot of changes, but good changes, in my opinion, in some places.
Okay.
When we saw the movie, though, what did you expect when we went in? Because we heard the soundtrack. We listened to the it was a by the way, for those listening, the Rent soundtrack was a 2-disc movie soundtrack. So that was a big deal when that happened, because the Broadway show was a 2-disc set. I didn't expect the movie one. And also, I thought it was funny, when the CDs came out, it was all different covers.
Yes, that was really cool.
It was unique, something I had never seen before. But what were your thoughts going into the movie?
You know, honestly, I went into it with just a few expectations. I didn't want to be disappointed, and I also didn't want it to be exactly like the musical. I just wanted it to be good, and I wanted it to be a good reflection of Jonathan Larson's work.
Yes, I agree with that. I know I went into it with kind of the thought process of, I know they took a bunch of songs out, but I want to know what they're changing. Like, I remember I was the guy on, like, the message boards, like, reading things, like, on the IMDb page, like, oh, they cut this song, they cut this song, they cut this song. I'm like, oh, that makes sense, that works. That all works, but we'll see how it happens. And then 2 hours later, we're like, wow, that was amazing. That was absolutely incredible and well done. Like I said, we'll get more into that. I have a question for you. Do you think, for those listening, we're doing this, we're going to start the show in June. It'll probably go almost up until Clerks Minute returns. It's kind of the buffer show between Clerks Minute seasons. January, Fox is doing Rent Live. Do you think Fox can pull it off?
I think if they have the right cast, they definitely can.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. I think the best live show has been Grease so far. The best live one has been Grease. It's now with Fox. So, I don't know. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. So, that's what we're going to be doing, though, in the next 15-week ride. I'm actually looking forward to this. This will be a lot of fun. I'm really, really excited.
Me too.
So, we'll get into this. We'll be back, like I said, next week into the wrap interview. Week after, we will start the credits and start Seasons of Love, which I'm really excited about. Also, one more note. This is something that doesn't really get said often. If you want to follow along with us, unlike most MXM movies, we're on Netflix. So you can watch Rent on Netflix and enjoy the movie with us and go through it day by day by day. And I showed Mandy the run sheet of, like, how I have everything broken down over the days. I took this one pretty serious. And I also want to make sure we did it.
Yes.
And I figured you wouldn't do it unless I took it seriously.
No.
So
I would not. I'm excited for Seasons of Love because I've seen it in many different aspects of my life. Like they did it in Glee.
Yes.
And then most recently for me, and I don't think you know this, is they did like a parody of it in The Office to say goodbye to Michael.
Oh my God, really? They did that?
Yeah. So my challenge for you is to find that audio.
I will have to find it. Also, they also use Seasons of Love for a song at the end of the Scrubs musical episode too. Mm-hmm. They inspired a song in there too. So there you go. Yeah. Well, we'll talk more about that in our next when we're back in 2 weeks. Until then, thank you so much for joining us. We are part of the Filling the Void Podcast Network. Thank you to David for letting us do the show. And thank you for hosting the network for us.
Thanks, boss. Now, where are my perks?
We'll hear this show every Saturday morning. That is the plan. And also, part of moviesbyminute.com. The guys over, I told one of the guys over there, and they're excited to hear this. Some of the people over there are really excited to hear this show.
Well, hello, guys.
This is only the second non-animated musical ever done in a format like this. The first one is Willy Wonka.
Oh.
Which is going on right now. So, we're the second musical they're doing. So, all right, guys. We'll see you next week with Anthony Rapp. Thank you for joining us. I'm Blake.
I'm Mandy.
And have a good day, everybody.
Bye.